What's up, Age of Empires 4 fans? It's a super exciting day because at Gamescom, they just announced a brand new expansion for the game. You can see here on Steam already. It's available. You can wishlist it. It is called the Sultans Ascend. And while we did not get a trailer, we have these number of images. And what we're going to be doing is trying to take our best shot at what we think is going to be in this expansion, what civilizations, maybe campaigns, and various things. And I'm really going to need your guys' help. I'm going to blow these images up for you so we can look at them nice and close like. But if you see anything that you think stands out in these images that leads towards certain details, please share them down in the comments below. But for now, we're just going to be having some fun guesses and enjoying this exciting new hype. Hopefully this means we have new civs coming soon. We don't know the exact timeline, but without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so here's this beautiful art, by the way, for this expansion, and it really looks like the Crusades, right? This definitely looks like a Crusader here. And the Sultans Ascend, the very first thing I thought about when I heard the name of this expansion is, you know, the Sultans. Who do we associate with that word? Well, most typically the Ottoman Empire, and they're talking about the Sultans Ascend. They just released the Ottomans last year, and historically, one of the most famous things that Ottomans are known for doing is conquering Constantinople with those great bombards, and that was really the fall of the Byzantine Empire. So I really think it could possibly be an Ottoman campaign against the Byzantines. Maybe they'll also release the Byzantines along with them. And that's will be maybe some of the play we'll see there. You definitely see some images here that look something like Japan. I mean, look at this. Look at these units here. So let's look at this one first real quick. So looking at these character models and some of these buildings, these definitely do not look like Middle Eastern buildings. You can see, in fact, these houses, or whether it's a granary, what it is, it looks like it's up on stilts, which would be something you would see over in Asia. And everyone's been theorizing for a long time that we would get the Japanese, and that really is my best guess for this. Now, I don't see anything in here. I mean, that looks like it could be a samurai back there. Look at that. I mean, that's my guess. You know, I've been saying all along, I think the Japanese are coming. And looking at this image, I think this all but confirms it. Now, could it be another civilization nearby? I think there is certainly a chance. I mean, you even see, look, they've got the beautiful cherry blossom trees are so, you know, associated with Japan so often. So I think like this image, we don't need to take a whole lot of guesses. This has got to be Japan. I think they're releasing Japan. Now, why would the Japanese be releasing an expansion called the Sultans Ascend? A little weird, but maybe this is going to be like their focus for the campaign. Maybe they're finally going to release a new campaign because there haven't been any new campaigns, and maybe this will just be another civilization thrown in with it. Maybe there's maybe there's 4 civilizations. Right? I don't want to limit the possibilities. Okay, so let's put that one away. They gave us this image, but you know, cool. I saw this and I thought it was a meme at first. Somebody shared it on Reddit. I was like, someone just pulled this off of Google Images. That's like, I don't know, some kind of concept art. But let's look at this one. At first I saw the flames. I was like, is there a flame tower? No. So look at these units. So the question might be, is who is this guy leading in the battle? Because if you could figure that out, that certainly would help decide what civilizations are going to be. I'm just going to go out there. There's several images here that really look like what I'm going to assume are going to be the Byzantines. Now, there's options. There's possible that there's maybe different skins for campaigns, or maybe another nearby faction or civilization. But by the way, what are these black blobs in here? You see, it's like maybe it's from the fire. That's from the smoke from the fire. That's what it is. So that's what I'm going to assume these guys are. Let's look at some more of these images here. So we've got these stone walls here. And boy, you know, I said at the opening of this video, does this not look like now I don't see any great bombards out there, but you see these tents set up, and those certainly look like they could be Ottoman troops. You think they would show a great bombard, but the siege of the walls of Constantinople, I mean, is that not what it looks like this is? Like, that is totally what this image looks like to me. Now, we do see, you know, crosses on here, so these are definitely Crusaders. So, I mean, there could be chances they could do something like add, you know, Rome or something like that as well, which we've seen added to Age of Empires 2. But as far as this image, this looks like to me like the siege of Constantinople, is what I would assume. You even see some palm trees out here. Okay, let's go to the next image. Now this one is what made me scratch my head a little bit, because these don't look like any. These look like the French, right? These look like the French man-at-arms here, and I don't know if it's just an extra image that's shown just threw in here, but maybe this is like part of a campaign image. Now we do see, a king-looking unit here. Now maybe they're adding other heroes into the game, which could be quite possible. Or maybe something to come with the French, but this just looks like a French base. And then this one's even another stranger thing is, look at this. So at first I'm like, whoa, what are these guys? They look really cool, like different skins. But this looks like the HRE. Like this is straight up like the flag from the HRE. That's a Burgrave Palace, right? So are these different units? Are they maybe adding skins into the game? Maybe they're adding different skins for units. Or many people have been claiming for a while that the HRE really haven't had a lot of big changes. Perhaps there's a big update or maybe an overhaul of the HRE. Maybe they're getting a little bit of a rework and they've given them some flashy new skins to go with it. But I don't know. But that definitely looks like this is the HRE to me. So I think the biggest image to really decipher is going to be, looking at this, thinking about, what do these characters depict here as far as Crusaders and the Sultans, and then maybe looking at the image here of these knights and seeing if there's anything you can glean from the armor or exactly what's going on here. But I mean, you can even see some of the background there. But I'm going to assume, if I had to take a guess today, this is going to be a campaign of the Ottomans, and probably leading up towards the siege of Constantinople, which would make sense. The Sultans Ascending, which is exactly historically what they did. Sorry, spoilers alert. And then, looking at images like this, this has got to be the Japanese. So I think we're going to at least get 2 new factions. Now, I could be completely wrong. Maybe the other ones are just skins and we're just going to get the Japanese and we'll get a campaign. Like, there's still so many possibilities, but this is where you guys come in. Let me know down in the comments below what you think from looking at these screenshots. Head over to the Steam page where you can find them for yourself. And then, give me your best thoughts. What do you think's coming? And maybe we'll get more news out of Gamescom through the rest of this week. But for now, that's the news we have here. The Sultans Ascend announced for Age of Empires 4. No due date yet, but you know that when it comes out, I'll be covering it. So if you watched this far in the video, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps me with all the content that I do, and I'll be working hard to bring you the latest up-to-date Age of Empires 4 updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.